Further debate. I recognize the member for Stormont, Dundas, South Glengarry.
Thank you, Speaker. It is with great pleasure that I rise today in support of the motion brought forward by the member for Burlington. The safety and well-being of students is something that is near and dear to my heart, as I have 3 young children of my own, and my wife is a teacher of elementary-age students. This motion brought forth by the member from Burlington calls upon Ontario school boards to implement a comprehensive epilepsy policy, which would also include training for teachers and staff on the administration of emergency epilepsy medication to students experiencing an epileptic seizure. Epilepsy is a lot more common than one might think. In Canada, about 1 in 100 people are living with epilepsy. It's no surprise, then, that epilepsy has been identified through the Policy and Program Memorandum 161 as one of the 4 prevalent medical conditions, with the other 3 being anaphylaxis, diabetes, and asthma. PPM 161 expects that all school boards develop and maintain a policy that supports students with or at risk of anaphylaxis, asthma, diabetes, and epilepsy. So far, only 2 have legislation that supports the administration of their respective life-saving medications. Through Sabrina's Law, students can carry medication, and school board employees are regularly trained on EpiPen usage. Similarly, through Ryan's Law, students with asthma are allowed to carry their puffers with them in school. As a result of these laws, students can be protected from both asthmatic attacks and events of anaphylaxis because both the students and staff can be properly equipped with the right medications. With epilepsy, it is a little bit different. Medication is kept in the office and students are not able to carry their medications with them. In the event of a seizure, the student would need to wait for an administrator, which would either be the principal or vice principal, to come and administer the medication. And being that my wife is a teacher, I'm well aware that the principals are usually very busy, so that could be some challenges to be able to administer that. If no one is available to provide the medication, irreversible damage or even death could occur. Typically, epilepsy medication is a small dissolvable pill inserted on the inside of the cheek, and there is no risk of overdose from the use of this medication. We need to ensure that all students are safe at school, especially students living with epilepsy. All school board employees should be trained on emergency administration of medication to students experiencing an epileptic cluster or seizure. Additionally, students with epilepsy may not receive the same opportunities when compared to other students. Some can be excluded from field trips or extracurricular activities due to educators not knowing how to identify if a student is having a seizure or how to administer the medication. This was the case with Monica and Daniel Greco's daughter Emma, who was excluded from a field trip because her teacher was uncomfortable administering Emma's medication. Having 3 children of my own, I would know that would be devastating to miss a field trip, especially coming out of the pandemic with the lack of socializing that my children did. It would really set my daughter back. She'd feel isolated, and I know that would have lasting effects. This is a clear form of discrimination against Emma and other students living with epilepsy. Emma must stay behind while her classmates get to go out and have fun on a field trip. She is forced to miss out on a great learning experience and must also bear social ramification as she misses an opportunity to socialize with her peers. I proudly support my colleague from Burlington with Bill 68. Thank you, Speaker.